Assalamu alaikum and welcome to a new video in the Thuluth script. In today's lesson we are going to continue with the letter C and see how it looks like in the middle of a word or at the beginning of a word when it comes connected from both sides basically, and all the other sides that we didn't mention last time. We're going to start with it starting at the beginning of a word. For that one we're going to add 1, 2, and what will happen here is that we will start with the first move, which is again simply going down with a curvature just like this. Then the second one would go back up this way. Now here we have to keep an eye on this top edge, because as we said, the scene would keep moving downward in its shapes, and the lower edge here would be the same thing. So if this was like the straight line and this lower edge moved upward just like this, with a 1 point space between the two of those. So this one would be going downwards with a second move, the one over here, where you're going to do the up and down, and you're going to go all the way down to here. You're going to drop it way below the previous one. So this would go all the way down to here, we'll touch the line, and again this would be 1.5, so that you would know how to rotate the pen. So once you get back, let's assume that this is a scene connected to another scene. When two scenes come next to each other, you are going to add 3 points of width right over here. 1, 2, 3. This is the connection between two scenes, and you're going to add 1 point of drop from here. So this will be similar to a bat shape. We're going to go down and then come back up. It doesn't have to be lower than this one, no. It should be the same as a bat. Then what you will do is basically get back here. As you can see, this will bring us back to a higher level. Then you would continue with the next scene. Now when the scene comes in the middle, again, you're going to use this down and up with 1 point of width here. Then you're going to go down, and you're going to finish it with your cup at the end. And as we said, the cup would be 5 points of width, 2 points of drop, just like last time. So without the scaling or anything, we're going to try and do it all at once. Curve upward, then coming back, then giving it this curvature that we talked about. Now the curvature here, you will see that it is again pointing towards the left. This area down here is shallower, longer, and the one on the left here is sharper and shorter. Then if you want to have the second scene, and finally the end. And you would continue it. So I hope it's clear with regards to the scene at the beginning. If, for example, you had the other one, the long one, connected in the middle, for that one we are going to do this, changing the pen into a smaller size. And for that one, what will happen is that, let me just fix the camera because it's a bit not pointing upwards, so yeah, sorry about this. For that one, what will happen is that you will start with the normal start that we just started, and the second move, and here, now it's connected to the long scene. You've got this angle. Let's drop it for 3 points, and on the middle, somewhere behind the middle here, you can add 1.5, so that the long scene would come all the way down to here, just like this. and it will come back up, and here you will have your end, and we're going to use this end for it to look, if you have an edge here, or you could simply use the normal one which goes all the way back to here. So this is the long scene and how it connects to the normal scene. Now, scene next to each other, I don't think we have that quite often in Arabic. We don't have words with two scenes following each other, but this is like we have to learn to know these. The same thing for this connection, which is the 3-point connection. If you had to add more space between the scene and any other letter, that is why you are learning this 3 points gap. It is quite often, like you could use it with the ba, with a ya, any of these, or if there was a fa, if you wanted to add more space to balance the word you are writing. So this is the scene when it comes before any letter. Now there is another shape for it, so if special cases when it comes with meem or ra. So if we took the scene with the ra, it would have the last nabira, which is this one. This is 1, 2, and the last one would have to go up, rotate, and come back with a ra. Now this is sir, but here you have 1, 2, and 3. This is the third nabira over here, and it comes a bit higher than the ones, like not by a lot, but slightly. So again, you've got 1 point here, 1.5 for this one because it's longer, but if it was like the other small one, it would stop here, and again here it will drop more with the second tummy. And the ra, obviously it's the 2 points drop. So this is sir. And if there was a meem, your scene would have also another shape. So as you can see here, we've got those going downwards, but the last one would go up and beyond those two. You see, by this small amount. And looking at the baseline you have here, this shape would go curving downward, just like this. Then it will come back, curving the other way around. This is the meem. It's below the scene line or the baseline. Then realizing that the meem has to curve back in a right shape, it's basically a right shape from here, just like the ones we showed before. So this would be sam or sham, and this is the one we use in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. With regards to the scale, this would be 2 points, this would drop for 2 points, so overall this should be like 4 points, 4.5, because the thicknesses that we have here. So this connection and this connection, which is basically the third nabira of the scene, is very important, so that when you write words, so this is sir. If you want to write sayr, nope, things gonna change, because you're gonna have your full scene with all 3 nabirat, just like this, and here you're gonna have a ya. Now this ya, you have the option of either doing this connection that we did with the sir above, sayr, for example, or the better option for it would be to go for the high one, the one that we said we use, and here you can add your 3 points and 1 point of drop for the middle connection. So for example, if you went for the high one here, then you added a ra that looked something like this. This one. So this changes the overall shape of the word. So this is sayr and this is sayr, but this one, if you added a higher yeah, it will break the boredom, and yeah, your fatha would come over here. It would look prettier in a way or another, because this one is a bit simple and how can I say it, dull. So yeah, anyway, the point here is that here you got 3 nabilat for the sin here and a letter here for the ya, and here you've got the nabila, which is part of the connection with the ra. Now, if we were to look at the scene in the middle, as we said last time, if we had a ba, it would be the 3 points ba, this one, and here we're gonna raise it up so that it connects to a scene, and our scene would connect to a meme the same way we talked about now, going up, stopping and coming back. And I'm doing this right now because we're gonna look into it once we try and do Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So this is the way to write the Bismillah, the Bism in Bismillah. As you can see, with regards to the connection now, this is going to be going downward, as you can see. This one also pointing downward, but the last bit of it goes up for half a point. And this line is where your nebula of the scene that connects to the meme is going to change its curvature. Now here, again, it's just a raw scale with regards to the meme, how much you have to go up, and this would be the 2 points for this last bit of it, the curvature. The width generally would be 4 points with regards to the meme, or 5, because yeah, as you can see, yeah, this would be 3 points of height and half a point or 1 point of sort of going to the left and engaging. Here we would have 1 point between the ba and the scene. The scene 1 point, 1.5 points for this long part of the scene, because here it has to go up, the curvature that goes up. If it was curved back, it would stop here. But yeah, this is this scene connected to a ba or a ha or a meme, like whatever is connected after it or before it. Now you know which connection you could or should choose. Let's try something longer for a homework. Let's try and write a bigger word in a way, so we can write يحشر. So for يحشر, we have a ya that goes up, curves back and goes down. Gonna come back with a ha that is slightly horizontal, and from here we're gonna add the 1.5 points for the ha because it was horizontal, so we're gonna need it to drop slightly bigger. And this is what we talk about with regards to calligraphy, so where to end your letter and where to start the next one plays a major role into shaping and having pretty words. So we have a ya, ha, shin and ra. We have two options, several options actually. If you were to stop this over here, curve back, and then have a normal ra, which would be this one. So we went down, went up, stopped here, going down. You can add your 3 points of width here with 1 point of drop if you want. And you can have this ra, the long one, the 6 points width. This could be one option for you to choose. Yeah, sure. Another option would be for you to take this part, the last bit of it, which goes down, then up, and you would replace it with this ra that immediately connects with a scene, this one, instead of having a space in here. Or, for example, you could use this one, but change the art for it. So basically we've got 3 different shapes for this connection. Mind you, I didn't use any shapes for the hat, although you could go back and try having it this one, the one that goes back, and you go down. God, this ink is so thick. Then you would curve back, go up, and have this shape. You would stop here, as you can see. And from here, your scene would start taking shape. But it's tricky because you need the scene to finish inside, or you have to use this rot. No way of you using the other rot. So this is يحشر أو يحصر. The scene would, the sheen, if it was a sheen, would have to be somewhere out here, and this would be there. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. This is Ammar Al-Awdi. Like, share and subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video. Have a lovely day, evening or night, and goodbye.